Good morning. Today I just wanted to do a general reading, and so whatever comes through is your message, that kind of reading. And so there's pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. On the back of the deck we have Bastet, which is an Egyptian goddess. Really cool energy. I'm pretty sure she's similar to Ishtar, and I kind of mixed them two up, so I can't really remember. But for pile 1, we have Sacrament of Extreme Unification. For pile 2, we have, I don't know how to say that one. And pile 3, we have Alpha of Alkaline. 3 really cool cards. This one showed up on my TikTok a bunch, and so you might be from TikTok. If so, that's really cool, just saying. But I'm gonna give you just a second to choose your cards, and I'm going to find my Palicentos. Actually, scratch that. But yes, just a second to choose your cards, and the reading times will be in the description. So good morning, pile 1. If it's morning, if not, hello, how are you? Excuse me, sorry. Your card is Sacrament of Extreme Unification. Like I said, this one comes out on my TikTok a lot, I feel like. I pulled it a couple of times. But it says, your heart knows how to let go so you can find peace. It is time for you to experience spiritual closure. A beautiful new reality is opening up for you. Entering it requires you to release your attachment to the past. You have been inwardly preparing for this powerful rebirth. Now it is time to trust in what is meant for you and to move towards it with an open, trusting heart and a peaceful mind. And so I feel like your reading is about to focus on like literally the new reality that you're opening up to and having courage to embrace it. Very beautiful card, very powerful card. So we're gonna put it right there. Let me look at the camera just to see if it's like kind of in a good spot where you can see it. Boom. So card number 1. We're going to start out with your oracle cards, and so second we have Sandalphon, and these two cards even look very similar, which is really interesting. I should get the book for this deck too, so I will in just a second. Then we have Birth, which is so interesting because you had the card, it talked about rebirth, and that's what I was saying your reading's about. And then we have One Drop, the very first card in this deck. Very, very powerful reading so far. I'm going to go get the book for this deck. I'll be right back. Sandalphon gives courage to your feminine aspect, awakening the courageous warrior goddess within, a warrior who is guided through the heart. She urges you to awaken your understanding of your connection to the earth and your interconnectedness to all life. The life force of earth not only runs through our body, but supports our external world, which in turn supports your physical being. It is time to discard any habits or excess or waste. The tree of life can only persist if all parts are in harmonious dance of unity with each other. Sandalphon asks you to take a deep and honest look at your life. How can you change how you live daily in ways that will bring your life into alignment with a more sustainable model for others to see and follow? Where can you let go of stuff internally and externally? That releases the clutter and change your belief and habits, your way of living. Okay, that kind of made sense. The earth is your home. It is time to do some serious home keeping and major spring cleaning. It is spring. You are a guardian of earth. It is time to fully step into your role and do what you need to be done. And so right now, the first thing I'm getting is that there's something you're needing to birth right now. There's something you're wanting to give birth to, whether that's a physical baby or it's really just like an energy. It's something you're creating. And I feel like you're about to take a first step. You're about to take like a revolutionary, you're about to change something. And so something's about to change in your life. You're about to embrace a new routine, new patterns, all new life is what I'm hearing. And you're getting ready, I feel like, for this powerful rebirth, this powerful birth. And I feel like there's just something really good coming in for you. So let's see your cards. The 4 of Wands. Probably one of my favorite 4 of Wands too. And that's in general my favorite card. The Magician. We have the Tower. The Devil. The Knight of Swords. the Four of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Ten of Charisma, which would be the Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Strength, which is the Page of Wands. Very good cards. And so overall, what I feel like your reading is talking about is really just what needs to be let go of. With the Tower, you could have went through some kind of major change. And with the Hermit, I feel like this may have put you through like a period of solitude. I feel like you've been really on an inward journey. With the Ten of Pentacles, it's like you're thinking about your universe in a whole new way. You're thinking about the legacy you're gonna leave. And even here we see like the apples, the fruit, and we see like these elf thingies that are like with this tree and stuff. And so I'm just getting the vibe of like going inward, and I'm hearing field mice. And so you could feel like a mouse like in a garden, like sneaking around trying to pick up things, trying to grab things, trying to steal things. And I feel like that's what the universe wants to communicate to you. The universe wants to remind you that there's always a positive, high vibrational way to do everything that you choose if you take a slow and steady approach. I feel like with the Page of Strength, which is the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Swords, the universe is saying maybe you're trying to rush through things just a little bit. And I feel like this could have even brought you a little bit of annoyance, a little bit of anger, a little bit of stress with the Tower card too. You could feel like your world is falling apart, and it's like you're trying to put your world back together. And so what I'm getting is like, you feel like you're trying to put your world back together. You feel like you've been working so hard to like accomplish your goals, do whatever it is that you want to put your, like to do whatever it is that you want to create. And the universe I feel like is saying you're right there at it. And I feel like the universe is also saying that this path is meant for you. You're on a path that is definitely like designed specifically for you. And I feel like that's what the universe wants you to recognize, that you have to do it in your own unique way, that nobody else can really help you. Nobody else is going to like be there to pick you up. It's about your journey and how you can let go of things, how you can, I'm hearing simplify. We have lots of elements, I feel like too in this reading, lots and lots of elements, because even like the water coming up, we have fire, we have earth, we even have a little bit air. And so I feel like right now the universe is just wanting you to focus on whatever it is that brings you joy, whatever it is that brings you pleasure. With the Four of Wands, that is fire energy. It's also Venus energy. It's the third decan of Aries. And so it just makes me think of partying, of excitement. And so I'm kind of hearing romanticize. And so I feel like the universe really is saying to build a life that you see as romantic, that you see as like enjoyable, as pleasurable, and to really just bring things into the world that you know are going to like make a difference, that are going to make you feel good, that are going to make your life change. Because I feel like that's what the universe is saying. Right now, you're shifting your perspective. In the past, you could have really been focused on other people, other places. And it's like right now, the only thing that you have to concern with, like that you're concerned with, is yourself. With this Virgo energy, this Hermit energy, that's the Virgo. That was still backwards. But what I'm getting is that it's like you're making mistakes, and it's like you're writing those mistakes down, and it's like you're calculating what to do because of that mistake. And I feel like that's what the universe wants you to notice about yourself, is you are actively trying to change your life. A lot of people they sit in bad situations and they just let it get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and they don't ever do anything to change it. But what I see is like, even if it's just a little steps, you're taking steps in the direction of your dreams. And I feel like right now the universe is really saying to push it even further, get outside of your comfort zone even more. With the Devil, what I'm seeing though, is you could feel like you creep into bad habits. There could be some bad habits around you that are just things that need to be dropped. And I feel like the universe is saying that that's what you're doing right now. You're building a new routine. You're building a new perspective on life. You're changing the way that you look at life. And with the Four of Pentacles, I'm just seeing that it's like you're struggling to get outside of your comfort zone without going crazy about it. And with the Page of Strengths, I feel like you're very young energy. You have a very new energy, a very excited energy. And I feel like you're very enthusiastic about the things that you want to do in this world, whether it's cooking, or just, I'm hearing like crafting. And so you could be like some kind of you could be somebody who works in like engineering, or like you could make things with your hands physically. You could be an artist, anything like that. But what I'm saying is the universe is saying that this requires all of you. This requires your entirety, whatever your goal is. And so whether that's, what I'm also hearing is like, not your entirety as in more than you can give, because like the universe only asks of us what it knows that we can give. If we can only give $2 right now, the universe is going to ask for $2. And so that's what I'm seeing. The universe is not asking you for more than you can give. The universe is asking you to take a step in that direction, to step outside of your comfort zone, to break the mold, to break your usual routine, to create the change that you need to change in order to embrace this Ten of Pentacles energy. And I'm also hearing like with a job, like what do you do when you get a new job? It's like even with like being a mother, this is what I'm getting. It's like this energy around like you don't learn to be a mother in one day. You don't learn to be a mother in the years before you're a mother. You learn to be a mother on the job. You learn as you go. And so really what I'm getting is like an experiment. I feel like you're like a scientist in some way, whether it's I feel like the universe is saying that they want you to do something new. They want you to think outside of the box. They want you to really break the mold and think of a way that you can bring excitement into your routine. And what I'm thinking about too, and I've said this before in a reading, but just like putting your heart into what you do. It's like whenever you're doing laundry, like throwing it like it's basketball, that kind of energy, bringing in some positivity and like whistling while you work. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. With the magician too, it's about using all the elements around you. And so you could feel like you don't have what you need to accomplish your goals. You could feel like you need to continue like I'm thinking about how the other day I tried to record a makeup video and I literally was just stressed because it was like I don't have the right products. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. And I started looking at my makeup and I was like, oh, it's bad, it's bad. But the universe was even then telling me like, no, it's fine. Just keep going, keep trying, keep pushing. You have all the stuff you need. You know you're good at doing it. And so what's the stress? The stress is really a comfort zone. The stress is a box that you put yourself in. It's a mold. It's an expectation of yourself to do better than what you in that moment feel like you can do possible. And I feel like the universe is even saying like, as you push that mold, you're going to surprise yourself. With the Knight of Swords, what I'm seeing too is you're going to progress to this Ten of Pentacles a lot quicker than you realize. And with the Tower, what I'm seeing is there's only things that need to be shed. I feel like in terms of skills, in terms of that kind of stuff, like the actual abilities that you have, I feel like you're A1, you're doing great, and that's what the universe wants you to recognize. The only thing stopping you is yourself. And I feel like you're going through this inward journey, you're discovering this, you're about to let go of the things that need to be let go of, you're about to step into this new life. You're about to really embrace whatever it is that is exciting. And I feel like that's what the universe wants you to recognize, that you're about to have fun, that it's about to be a lot more fun, that it's about to be a lot more exciting, it's about to pick up. And with the Tower, I feel like you're at the last point, because next card after the Tower is the Star. And so I feel like right now you're not really looking at the star, you're falling out of your tower, you're about to fall out of your tower. And so you're anticipating the worst, you're seeing the worst in front of you, but it's important to look a little bit further, I feel like, into the future and keep your eyes on that star rather than keeping your eyes on the Tower moment. And so with the Devil, the Tower, those two cards come right after the one and after the other. And so I am getting Capricorn energy. I'm getting that your career is not focused right now. I'm getting that right now there's some kind of chaos or some kind of like, it could be with communication. It could be that you're not communicating yourself properly. It's something like that. You're not ready, maybe, is what the universe is saying, quite. But the universe wants you to know that you are ready. It's literally in your mind that you're not ready. You're thinking you're not ready. But the universe is saying, literally, you're co-creating with them. You're bringing your best life path in. I'm also thinking about how this TikToker was talking about, like, life paths. Or no, she was talking about twin flames, and she was saying that, like, everyone has their own individual twin flame journey, and it's not meant to be understood. We call it twin flames, but that's really just our way of labeling what that journey is. The universe puts us through a spiritual journey. We call it a twin flame journey. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's still just a spiritual journey. And that's what I want you to focus on, I feel like. That's what the universe is saying, is to focus on how you can see your inward journey as one whole thing rather than like a twin flame journey. Rather than putting labels on it, trying to describe it, just let it be your legacy. Let it be your life. What I'm also hearing right now is grimoire, and I'm hearing like a book of like your life. What's that called? Like whenever you write a biography, I think, or an autobiography. Either way, I'm getting that energy, and so I feel like you're meant to literally live a life that is written out. It's like a life that is like, it's thought about is what I'm hearing. It's an example. And so right now you feel like you're not necessarily ready, like you're just beginning and like there's lots of chaos, like you're trying to figure things out. But the universe is saying that solving the chaos, getting through the smoke, and seeing to the end is really like the only thing that's going to make a difference. It's really the thing that you're meant to do, is to be an example for other people of how they can change their lives as well. And I'm hearing, what do we have to do first before that can happen? We have to actually change our lives. And so you can look like and I'm also hearing like you can look like you changed your life, but never make a difference, never do anything different, always do the same things. And so the universe is saying not to focus on what your life looks like, how you appear, but to focus on what actually is changing in your life, to allow yourself to actually change in a progressive and a good way, to really step out of your energy and see like all the possibilities is what I'm hearing. Because like I feel like you're meant to recognize something. You're meant to recognize that you are literally like one interconnected being with the rest of the earth. This card talked all about getting in touch with your feminine aspect, receiving energy from the earth and allowing the earth to heal you. That with literally birth, this is talking about like, it's talking about receiving. And I feel like that's what the universe is saying. Right now you've received everything. You're receiving things constantly. You're receiving downloads. You're receiving just feelings that tell you where to go. You're receiving the guidance of the universe. And the universe is saying just to continue receiving, continue listening, and think of ways that you can apply it. Think of ways that it's going to actually change your life. Think about the practical matters, because I feel like you're a very practical person, and I feel like that's what the universe is saying. To think about, like, to build a plan even is what I'm hearing. And like, this is something that I'm realizing, like, I was looking into like making a vision statement, making a mission statement, all these things, and like defining yourself, defining who you are, and understanding what makes you you on like a business and a marketing and like internal level, like understanding how you can be the strongest version of yourself, the highest version of yourself. And really, what is that? We're building a facade, we're building a character when we do stuff like that. We're mapping out our lives, and we're playing to that character. We build the character that we wish we were, and then we start to become that character. It's manifestation. It's all a process. And I feel like that's part of what you're forgetting. You're forgetting that part of the process is being really bad at what you're doing. Part of the process is messing up in front of people. Part of the process is people seeing you fall out of this tower. Because then they're going to see where you're at in a year from then, and it's going to be like, wow. You know what I mean? The difference will just be night and day. And I'm even thinking about like how literally a year ago, this was not possible. None of this was possible. I had the phone. I had everything that I'm using right now, pretty much, except for a few different tarot decks. But literally, this wasn't possible. I even had all three of these. I had every tarot deck except for this one and this one. And so that's my point. You have the materials. The materials are not the problem. The problem is your mentality of how you can use the materials. And it's not even a problem. There's a reason you don't think you can use the materials. And it's like how I just explained how I couldn't do it. You see what I'm saying? That's a reason. There's a reason for everything. There's a reason you're stepping into this power, and you don't already have this power. Because if you were just gifted this power at your birth, and if you didn't have to work for it, if you didn't have to go through the internal journey, if you didn't have to go through the struggles, through the smoke, if you didn't have to solve your problems, if you didn't have to heal this all yourself, if you didn't have to pull yourself out of the pits of hell, what would be the point? It would just feel like, you know what I mean? That would be like heaven. That would be bliss. That would just be boring. And so what I'm getting is to enjoy the grind, enjoy each step of the process, enjoy the pain, the pleasure, and the rewards, the benefits, the things that get taken away from you. Even like if you're dealing with the devil talks about addiction, it talks about obsessions, it talks about things that you're just so stuck on. And this could even be for this reading a twin flame kind of energy, where it's like you're just stuck on this person. It's like, this is what I want, this is what I want. And the universe is saying to let it go. I feel like there was a temptation in your life that led you kind of astray, because I'm seeing a cat and a mouse, or a snake and a mouse. And so it's just making me think of like, how can you balance the scales? How can you like stop being a predator yourself, is what I'm hearing. Because like the snake does eat the mouse. And I was thinking about a field at first, and that's kind of the vibes that I'm getting, is like a stalker and like that kind of energy. And I'm not saying like a stalker that way. I'm just saying like a stalker in terms of like a predator and a prey. And it's like, you have to become both the predator and the prey, is what I'm hearing. You have to be the runner and the chaser. And something else she said in that twin flame video was about how like the twin flame journey is supposed to teach you that like to chase yourself, to chase your own light, to chase your life to the fullest. And that's what I'm getting. In the beginning, I said to romanticize your life. And that's what I feel like the universe wants you to do, to bring romance in. And not even in like romantic way, just in like the sense of like treating yourself like I can buy myself flowers energy. To treat yourself like the person that you want to date, to be the person that you need yourself to be. I've sneezed. God bless. Sorry. Ooh, God bless. Sorry. But yes, just to be that person for yourself and treat yourself like, I'm hearing like a gem. And to treat yourself like, I feel like you're birthing something, right? Treat yourself like the thing that you're about to treat once it's born. If you can't take care of yourself, how the hell can you take care of somebody else? And that's what I'm getting. If you're not taking care of yourself right now, how are you going to take care of this baby? How are you going to take care of this job? How are you going to take care of this opportunity? What's going to happen? You're going to drop back into old cycles, and you're going to repeat the past. And the universe is not saying this to scare you. The universe is saying this to remind you of what you already know. The universe is just reminding you that literally you're on a path and you're good. The universe just wants you to know that like what you think is about to happen is about to happen. Trust your intuition. And know that like, if you feel like there's a deadline and everything's about to fall apart, no, everything's falling apart in place at the right time for the right reasons. And so let the process go. Be yes, actively deciding, but also realize that like there's a certain level of disassociation that comes with following your dreams. And that's like, because when we start to follow our dreams, it's like you start staring so much at that light that it's like that's all you can see, that's all you can think about is what's going to happen, what's coming, what's in the future. And the universe is still saying to remember that only thing you have right now is what's around you, what surrounds you. What are you feeling right now, and what is happening right now? That's what the universe wants you to completely focus on. It's how you can change your life with your actions in the present. With the 10 of charisma, I'm just seeing power and I'm seeing legacy. And I'm getting the bear, like mama bear energy. I didn't even see the bear the first time. It's like hidden kind of in the background. And I love how it's like shadowed too, like the sun coming out. I love the natural lights. And we even have the star right here, natural light. But I love like the star, it just everything. This reading is very beautiful. And that's what I'm seeing is it's like you are your own star. You're becoming the star of your life and you really are stepping into your own power. We talked about the tree of life too in this card. And so it's like you're knocking off each piece of the thing, each piece of the puzzle. And a lot of people don't realize that tarot is kind of based off Kabbalah, the tree of life, and all that stuff. They all kind of intertwine and work together. And the interconnectedness of it all is the magic of it all. It's noticing the interconnectedness means that you're touching deeper than most people have ever thought to touch. And that's what I'm seeing is like you've already touched deep. And it's time to continue just being that deep person. I feel like the universe is saying that you can see like you can see the way through whatever's going on in your mind. You can see whatever, you can see through it. And so just continue to see through it and know that like you're on your best path. Just keep pushing forward, keep putting your best foot forward and keep striving for more. Because as you strive for more, you'll accomplish more, you'll get more, you'll be further in life. And I feel like that's your message from the universe. Just keep pushing forward. Right now you're in a dark period and you could feel very alone. You could feel like there's nobody to talk to. And I feel like the universe wants you to focus on the fact that like, even if you were surrounded by people, you still feel alone. Loneliness is something we feel on the inside, and it's because we have a detachment from ourselves. We're not focused on ourselves. We're not feeling ourselves. We're not with ourselves. We're detached. We're using other people to push that feeling away as well, to hide that. And so the universe is saying, how can you change your habits so that way when you do get to be around people, how can you actually fully enjoy them? How can you fully enjoy that moment to the fullest? And I feel like that's part of your reading as well. It's just like loneliness is not so much about who you're around, what you're around, and that kind of stuff. Loneliness is a choice, just like happiness, anything else. It's all about the choices that we make in the moment to change our world. And that's what your reading is all about. You're changing your world. Just believe you can change your world and continue to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And I'm just hearing whenever like my karate instructor used to say, she said, life begins outside her comfort zone. And she is so right. Literally anything you've ever wanted to do is probably uncomfortable. And it's not that it's uncomfortable, it's an adrenaline rush. It's something that you should be chasing. It's fun. And it's a healthy adrenaline rush because what does it do? It amounts to something is what I'm hearing. And so the universe is saying right now you're at a pivotal point where it's like you're completely changing. You're about to give birth. You're one drop away. You're one step away. And the universe is saying connect to the earth, receive that healing. And be ready to let go of whatever's needed to let go of. Be honest with yourself is what I'm hearing too, because a lot of people just can't be honest with themselves. And that's what the Hermit's all about. The Hermit is all about being able to give yourself a second perspective, being able to think about yourself in an objective way, in a subjective way. And with the Nine of Swords, I feel like you kind of skip over that, you dance over it just a little bit, and the universe is saying no. Take a moment to sit down. If you feel stagnant, that is perfect. That is right where you're meant to be. With the Page of Strength, you won't be stagnant for much longer. You'll be on to the next very soon. So just trust, have faith, and literally like enjoy the peace, enjoy the solitude of stagnancy. Enjoy sitting around doing nothing. Sometimes it is nice to be able to do nothing, you know? And like, I'm hearing like, well, I have shit to do. I can't like you have to take it one day at a time, one step at a time. Is stressing about the shit you have to do gonna do anything? No. But doing it is. And so what do you need to do right now to be able to do that later? And I'm also just hearing time, and it's like time is running out. Time is never running out. And I feel like that's one of your biggest messages too from the universe. Is like there's no time limit on your success. There's no time limit on where you're allowed to go, how you're allowed to get there, anything like that. The universe is saying that literally like time is infinite, and literally like if you believe in reincarnation, point blank simple, time is infinite. If you believe in whatever you believe in, literally the time that you have here is limited, yes, but it was designed for you. This lifetime you designed it before you came here. And so the only thing you're doing by procrastinating that is procrastinating your design, procrastinating what you already know you need to accomplish, what you already feel like you need to accomplish. You know where you're meant to go. You know what you're meant to do. And the universe is just saying to allow yourself to do it and to be honest with yourself about healing what needs to be done and on the way there. Be honest with yourself about the path there. And I feel like that's your message from the universe today. I'm gonna do charms, and so I'll be right. Today is the first reading I've done in like a minute, like for like a big reading like this, and so congratulations, you're special. But also like just the energy of like being like chaotic. It feels like I haven't done this in years, and I've been doing. I mean, I do this all the time, but like it feels like I haven't done this in years. I'm out of breath because I just ran to my room like 3 times during this reading, and just so many distractions. And so what I'm hearing is to forget the distractions and remember you, who you are, and what makes you special, what makes you you. We got lots of charms. What hand? We have the little eyeball hand. It's actually just a circle, a sun maybe. And so I'm getting the energy of like I'm hearing you have the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world. And so that song, remember that the universe literally has you in the grips of its hands. We're literally like, nothing is real. And this is what people don't remember. People don't remember that like life is what you create out of it. There is nothing that's real and there's nothing that's fake. Everything, we're living in a simulation. And maybe it's not a computer, like we're not probably on somebody's computer somewhere, but we also know that we can't even understand like computers to the fullest. We'd be creating AI and don't even know what to do with it. And so the universe is just saying like, the universe is in the God's hands. Let God control the wheel. Let God help you. With this little owl too, what I'm seeing is that the universe is trying to get you knowledge. The universe is trying to give you knowledge, and the universe is saying to listen, to be open to it. With the star, what I'm really getting is that like, I'm hearing birds of a feather flock together. And so I feel like the universe is saying like lovebird vibes, like there is a relationship, there is something that you're focused on. The universe is saying to believe and have faith in the universe, to trust that the universe is putting you into the right path, and to just become your best self with the bicycle. Focus on what you need to do to exercise, what you need to do to feel good, to smell good, what you need to do to be clean, what you need to do to like, none of that made any sense, but you know what I mean, like what you need to do to get to your goal. Don't focus on the goal so much, focus on what you need to do to get to your goal, because like getting to your goal without the action it just wouldn't feel right. It would just be boring, and you would neglect it. You would take it for granted. And so the universe is saying like one day you could go to Paris, one day you could have the honeymoon of your dreams if you just let yourself get there. If you just take it one day at a time. And I'm also hearing like you feel like you've done things out of order, you've done things in the wrong, and the universe is saying, nah, literally. Like everything happens the way it happens, exactly as it does, for a reason. And so if you feel like you're doing things out of order, if you feel like you're taking one step before when you're supposed to take the other step, there's a reason you got to that step before you got to the other one. The universe is saying to trust the process. With a bicycle, think about how like bicycles are all-terrain vehicles, but like they're very like manually driven. And so you can go anywhere, you can do anything, and you can do it however you want. There's no like, as long as you check off all the things on your list, it doesn't matter if you did this one or this one first right now. That's what I'm hearing from the universe. The universe is saying like literally, if you have any worries, to put it in the universe's hands and to just flock with your birds, to let your birds feel. I also feel like you've been through a transformation. The universe is saying that you've already become the butterfly, you've already transformed. And so don't stress your transformation so much. Let the transformation's already happened. You've already I feel like you've already decided what you need to let go of. I feel like you already know. The universe is saying literally just focus on the day-to-day. Focus on literally your goals in the day-to-day. What can you do today? What can you do tomorrow? Writing it down, making a goal list for yourself, making literally, I'm hearing the planetary days, planetary hours, those kind of things. Those are just ways to help you organize your life. And I feel like that's what the universe wants from you right now, is this Virgo energy, is organization. Is also Mercury energy, just knowing what you're doing next. And I feel like that's something too. Know what the next step is. Right now you could be living like in the moment a lot, which is good. Because I feel like you're living in the moment, yes, but you're stressing tomorrow. And so the universe is saying to live in the moment, but have a plan for tomorrow. Know what your tomorrow step is, and to take today's step, like knowing that you have a step tomorrow and the next day. And if it's like you can't figure out tomorrow's step, know that like you'll figure it out in time. Just let everything flow naturally. One drop, that's what it's telling. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Because like think about how animals think about animals versus people for a second. Animals build nests and they take care of their children, and then it's like they don't really take pride. They make the nest to the best of their ability, and they do take pride in it probably, but not really. They can leave it behind, move on, and keep going to the next. And so they build the perfect home for their family, but they're not stressed about like the details of the perfect home. They're not stressed that each kid has a bedroom and that kind of stuff. They do the best that they can, and that's what I keep hearing, is just do the best you can. And I feel like that's what the universe is showing you too, is that life is about doing the best that you can. And life is about shining the brightest that you can with the challenges, with everything. And that's what the universe wants you to remember, is like part of like what makes you blessed, part of what makes you seem so amazing is the fact that you've come from such horrible things, that you come from nothing, that you've built everything yourself. And that's what the universe wants you to focus on, like how you can continue doing that, how you can continue surprising the people around you and surprising yourself with what you're doing, and like how you can continue literally pushing the limits, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in your life. With the 2 stars too, I'm getting a duality vibe. There's definitely like two, and like lovebirds. With the Paris, like I'm getting big marriage vibes, and so marriage could be in the cards. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing too, is to remember that like there's a time for celebrating your marriage, and there's a time for this, there's a time for that, there's a time for this. That everything goes in the right order. And you know what order to put it in. And right now I'm noticing how this is 2442. And so twin flame numbers, twin flame vibes, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 3. And so you're manifesting this perfect path, and the universe is saying that no matter how good, no matter how right you do it, it's not going to be perfect. The most perfect path is the one you're on, and so just trust that. Climb the mountain your way. I'm also thinking, and this is where I'm going to end it, is how in karate they talked about how there's so many different paths up the same mountain. And so what's at the top of the mountain? The mountain is the goal. It's the precipice. It's that top point where it's like you're at the top. You're the one that made it to the top. And so think about how many people climb Mount Everest. Not a lot. You know what I mean? But there's so many paths up the same mountain. It's like, it doesn't matter which path you choose. It may take longer. It may take slower. It's your path though. So if you go this way and then you take a detour and you take some of this path and then you go to this path, it doesn't matter. So long as you reach that goal, so long as you reach that top, that highest point, so long as you reach the peak where you get to feel the air and the wind and just feel the beauty and the magic around you. And I feel like that's what the universe wants you to focus on. Like, how can you reach that precipice? How can you reach that top point? How can you be that top dog is what I'm hearing. And how can you be an example for the people around you without like focusing so much on like which path you take and where exactly and the blah, 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 the details. Let the details go. And with I'm hearing like to not to solidify the details, to liquefy the details, to make the details like, because the Virgo energy is very detail oriented. It's very focused on that. And with the Martian energy right now, there's chaos. And so it's like, you have to be able to take the details and like spread them out so they can actually like put the fire out. And that kind of energy is just like, let things just happen. Let things grow and let things build. Because they are doing so. It's just about getting there. It's about getting there, actually getting there. Because if you focus like on how you're going to perfectly do it, you're never going to do it. You have to just act. There's a certain level of faith that you have to step out on is what I'm hearing as well. And so the universe is saying, just do it. You got it. Nike be good about one thing, definitely. They'd be good about that. They just do it, literally. Best advice you could ever say. Because it's true, like you're never going to do it perfect. And so overthinking it is not going to help you do it perfect. Overthinking it is not going to get you there any better, any quicker, anything. So just step out on faith and act on faith. Know that you are literally meant to do it the way you're going to do it. So just do it. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching this reading, and I'll see you in the next. Hello, good morning, pal 2. If it's not morning, hello, whatever time it is. I'm getting a lot of messages from your thing. The first one I'm getting is that you could really be a patriot, and so you could love your country, definitely. I'm also just getting noise, and I'm getting that there's a lot of white noise, a lot of noise around you. And so you could have a fan, because in the last reading, there was this humming noise in the video, and I didn't know what it was, but it was my sister's fan, because she has like 30 fans in her room going like all the time. And so your name could be Taylor. If so, that's hilarious. On point. But what I'm getting is that you feel like the world is falling apart around you, and I feel like you're listening to the noise just a little bit too much. And I feel like this kind of can create a paranoia, and the universe wants you to focus on how you can shift your perspective to things within your control. And remember that the universe is protecting you. The universe is keeping you safe. Literally, this eagle reminds me of like the symbol of protection. The universe is protecting you. And so let me turn to page number 42 for this card. And I'll read you the meaning in the book. My coffee's kicking in too, so you could be a coffee drinker. She be kicking. But it says, cultivate confidence in yourself. You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely and effectively with any situation. Don't allow yourself to take advantage of your kind nature. Don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Reflect onto what action feels best for you to take, and then follow through with decisiveness. Do not allow negativity to get a grip on your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. And so the universe is saying, no matter what the state of the world, no matter what the state of the world around you, the people around you, everything, the only thing that matters is your life. And the only thing you have control over is what's happening in your world. And so the universe is saying to get good so that way you can be good. You know what I mean? Like, keep your energy high and like, don't focus on the noise. Don't focus on the things around you that are loud or that are distracting you. We have, it literally said cultivate confidence. And then we have the solar plexus chakra, which is your confidence. We have renew. And so I feel like you're renewing your confidence. And then we also have fire keeper, which is the tetrahedron. It's the triangle. It's Mars energy. And so this reading is giving me big time fire energy. I feel like right now your fire could be lacking just a little bit. And the universe is saying like, where can you find that fire out? Where did that fire come from to begin with? Because you had the fire in the past is what I'm getting. The fire has fallen apart. It's like the passion's no longer there. And I'm getting that like, yes, you're just moving through the motions just a little bit. You could be focusing on somebody's life that's not yours is kind of what I'm getting to. Just an energy around like you're in a period of change. You're learning who you are, what you are, and you're learning how to be there. We have 3, 5, and 6 as well. And so good numbers, we have change, we have manifestation. And so you're manifesting change in your life. And it's like right now, the universe is saying that change is happening. You're learning how to roll with the punches. And so you may feel like you don't know what's going on. Like everything's out of your control. Everything's chaotic. Everything's blah, blah, blah. The universe is saying it's not. It's happening the way it's meant to happen right now in the moment for a reason, for the reason of literally your highest good. And so just focus on how everything is happening for your highest good is what I'm hearing. We have the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, double 7 vibes, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Wands. Big fire energy in your reading. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 4 of Wands. Came up in the last reading. The Queen of Charisma, which would be the King or the Queen of Wands, and then the Sun. I don't know what to say about this reading. This reading's perfect. Okay. So a big message I'm getting here is new love. You could feel like you've really found like the person you're going to live with for the rest of your life. And the universe is saying, don't put too much pressure on this person. Like, don't stress the marriage. Don't stress like what's to come. Don't stress nothing is what I'm really hearing. But just go with the flow. Just allow the universe to put you in the right place at the right time for the right things. Everything will happen in for your favor. There's no reason to stress it. And by stressing it, all you're doing is making the situation worse. You're stressing it. Literally. If this situation is meant to be, what I'm hearing as well is that you won't know that at first of all. The universe is saying like, they're going to hide the details from you. They're going to not let you fuck it up by like, literally like with the Wheel of Fortune, that's like a mystery. It's change. Like I said, with 5, like literally you're going through change. This is also Jupiter energy, the sacral chakra. And so I feel like right now what the universe is saying is to focus on creation, to go through this renewal process and see how you can take what you've learned from it and really put it into something productive, put it into something that makes a difference in the world. Because I feel like right now you think about the world in like a very grand way, in a very like untouchable way. Like you can't make a difference. You just have to do your thing and work your 9 to 5 and not like you're not important enough. You're not special and that kind of energy. And the universe wants you to know that literally you're surrounded by so many options that you're not able to think. With the 9 of Wands too, we see this person who's beat up. And so you could have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. And the universe is not saying that your efforts have gone unnoticed. The universe is not saying that like they haven't seen you try and fail. The universe is saying that you have failed. But you haven't given up. And that's what the universe wants you to focus on, is how you have not given up, how you've continued to fail and fail and fail and fail, but you've always kept faith that something will work out, something is good for you, something is coming for you. And I'm just hearing like time and time again, you get knocked down, you get pushed down, but you get back up. You even, if you're tired, you still get back up. It doesn't matter if you get up late. It doesn't matter if you get up tired. It doesn't matter if you get up hurt. You still get up and you still fight the battle. You still let today be a beautiful day where you can put love into the world and you can change the world in that way. And so what the universe wants you to recognize right now, I feel like, is your fire. Literally, we have the solar plexus, we have the 4 of Wands, we have the Sun. This is all Sun, like solar plexus, all confidence energy. We have huge Aries and Leo energy here. And I guess Sagittarius as well, because we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune, we have, this is Mars energy, the solar plexus is Mars. This is also Mars energy. So just lots of like Aries energy. There's some Scorpio here. There's just lots of fire. And what I'm getting is it's like you have all this fire built up, you have all this passion, you have all this, and it's like you're putting it into the wrong things. I feel like right now what the universe is saying is there's so many options around you and you're only putting everything you have into one cup. The universe is saying that like, put everything you have into all the options around you. Don't cut off options. Like, and I'm hearing you can only live for yourself, only live for you. Even in a relationship, even in the perfect, the best, the most amazing relationship in the world, you can only put that love into yourself and like allow that love to show through you. The universe gives you love and the universe is where love comes from. So just let that love be within you and let that love shine through. Don't try to control where you're putting it. Put it out unconditionally to everything and everyone. And that's what's going to attract what you're hoping for. That's what's going to attract you. Because with this card, what I get from this is your spirit guides watching you. I get that you're being watched like a hawk. And that literally you have nothing to worry about. Because the eagle is like the top dog. She's the top bird. You know what I mean? And I feel like you could feel like time is ticking is what I'm hearing too. Like time is really just like not working with you. But with the Wheel of Fortune, the universe is saying like the time is now. You know what I mean? Like the time is just getting started. And so I feel like that's part of what the universe wants. And I'm thinking about how like birds fly away for the winter and then they come back and it's like they go to the same nest. And that energy, it's like your nest is not going to leave just because you took a day off or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm getting that you need to take time to yourself, whatever makes you feel the most positive. Because I feel like there is a relationship that's really being brought up here. The Four of Wands is all about marriage. It's about celebration. It's about celebrations of life, celebrating that life that you get to join together and make the positivity. The sun is about the joy. But the sun is the center of the universe. The sun is what everything revolves around of. And you have to put yourself at the center of the universe is what I'm hearing. With the Queen of Wands, King of Wands, you and your person are both very independent people who have very, very unique purposes that are built specifically for you. And that's why you're able to meld together. You're able to work together because you understand that you are individuals who are just working together. And so every battle you go through, that's your battle, is what I'm hearing. Literally, you have to be the thing that picks yourself up. You have to be the thing that fights your battle. You have to be the thing that withstands the change, that goes with the times, that rolls with the punches. So that way you aren't bringing your problems to the relationship. You're only bringing love. And remember that like this love is new love, because what I'm seeing is y'all are a little bit separated right now. And what separates you is happiness and new love, is the understanding of like, we're moving a little fast and like, but we're moving slow and like what the times are changing, just all these things. I feel like there's expectations that you've placed on not only yourself, but on love in general that the universe wants for you to change. Let's be honest. The Wheel of Fortune is all about changing cycles, changing cycles. It's about new things. It's about pointing in a new direction, deciding to go there. And so that's what I'm seeing is there's an expectation for this relationship to bring you happiness. There's an expectation for this relationship to make you feel loved. And the universe is saying that the only place you're ever going to find what you're looking for is within yourself. The Seven of Cups talks about a confusion. It's like you have so many options around you. You're hypnotized. You don't know which option to pick. And so I feel like right now your one cup is hypnotizing you. This one love, this thing is hypnotizing you. And the universe is saying that there's all of these potentials. There's all of these things that you're focusing on. You have 2 things that you're focusing on, and there's 5 more options right up here. And these are all ideas in your head, I feel like right now. I feel like you have so many ideas, and I'm hearing you don't have the time, you don't have the energy to put into it, but it's like the universe is saying that's all you have is energy. Literally, what I'm getting for this reading is that all you have is fire, all you have is energy, all you have is passion. And it's time to put that passion, put that confidence, put that power that you have within your soul into something creative, into something that you get to create that's going to last the test of time. Because think about a relationship. A relationship can stand the test of time if you allow it to. What stands the test of time? Things like books, things like songs, things like art. Those things never die. Those are things that you leave behind when you die. But a relationship itself is something that like when you die, it's like it's over. That was that relationship's time. And so what can you create within this relationship that will stand the test of time? I'm also hearing children, and I feel like there's a stress around like your biological clock. That's really what I'm getting from this reading a lot, is the stress of time. And the universe is saying you can stress over time all you want, but that's not going to get you anywhere. Give up on the stress of time. Literally, you have to allow the universe, like you have to have faith that everything happens for a reason. And so even if you get past that barrier where it's like you can no longer get pregnant because of time and all that stuff, adopt. Literally, I don't get why adoption is such a bad thing. My stepdad was adopted. Literally, adoption is a beautiful option because you give somebody a home that didn't have one. And I'm hearing like you won't love them. Bullshit. If you can't love somebody, a love is unconditional. Love is a choice that you actively have to force yourself to make. Love is not an emotion. Love is not a feeling. Love is not an attachment. It's a two-way street. It's where you're both running on it. It's literally like, it's your action. It's what you choose. Love is a choice, just like everything else, like happiness, like everything. It's about having the confidence to make a difference, to be different, and to change. Love is not an emotion that you feel for somebody. That is infatuation. That is lust. That is a lot of things, but it's not love. Love is admitting that like no matter what you feel, you love that person. No matter if that person calls you, I'm hearing trailer park trash. So if that person calls you trailer park trash, you're still loved, you're still important, and you're still valuable. You still have all these options. You're focusing on that one option that maybe hurt you in the moment. But literally love is putting back into that option, is to feed it, is to nurture it, is to care for it, is to love it, is to give it the most energy possible. Love is unconditional. And how can we get to love if we're not taking care of ourselves? Because right now that's what I'm seeing is like you're defensive. You're ready to like pop off at the mouth and like fight back. And the universe is saying to receive, to celebrate, to find the celebration within this, to find the happiness in the fire. With double sevens, I feel like you're assessing all this. I feel like you're thinking about this a lot. And I'm kind of hearing lost in the sauce because 7 of Cups gives me confusion vibes. It gives me like not knowing where to go. And the universe is saying to trust that the universe will align you with the correct path always. And that's part of it, literally, is to always align yourself with the correct path. And how do we do that? We give in, we let go, and we allow ourselves to just do the best we can in the moment. And that's what I'm getting is right now you're meant to be just doing the best you can in the moment. And that everything makes sense later. Everything will make sense later. And so have the confidence that even though things don't make sense right now, even though that you don't know things for sure, that the best thing possible is what's going to work out for you. Because that's what I'm seeing. With the Four of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, this talks about blessings. Jupiter is the energy of expansion. It's the sky god. It's blessings. It's literally the best things ever. The sun is literally happiness. And we have the King and Queen of Wands, which represents a perfect match. But these two people have to be able to focus on themselves. They have to be able to do their own thing. They have to be in their own energy because they're both so passionate. Literally, like, think about, like, she's literally serving a pie to her family, but, like, she cooked that pie. Nobody helped her cook that pie. You know what I mean? She cooked that pie with love because she wanted to, not because she had to, because she wanted to. And that's what the universe wants you to get back to as well. What do you want? Is what you want to serve your family? Is it to serve somebody? Because that's a very good thing to want. Being of servitude is very important, is what I'm hearing. Literally, it's to be service to others. But you have to be of service to yourself first, and you have to be loyal to yourself first. And that's what I'm seeing that you're forgetting, is that loyalty to yourself. There's so much thought about other people and other things and other places and what they're going to think about you and how you're going to affect those people, how you're going to change those people's lives, that you're forgetting that you have to change your life first. You have to take steps to change your life first. And the universe is saying that as you change your life, you are able to change other people's lives in an actually much more impactful way. And I feel like that's what you're forgetting, is right now you can't change anybody's life if you don't change your own. And so the universe is saying, how can you have the confidence to be yourself? How can you have the confidence to shine through? And how can you literally, I'm hearing, take advantage of this world. And I'm thinking about, like, how we live in the new world, we live in the new age, and it's like, we came here with a dream, the American dream of starting a business and owning your own shit and, like, being independent. And that's what the universe is saying, to continue that American dream of independence. Whatever you think is a hole in the world, whatever you think this world is missing, is what you're meant to fill. And that's what the universe is saying. Like, right now, you don't know what you're meant to do. You don't know your path, but you have confidence that you have a path. You have confidence that you have a purpose. And that is the universe helping you. That's the universe pushing you in the direction. The universe is hiding things from you for a reason. The Wheel of Fortune talks about change, and it talks about blessings, but it talks about things being hidden from you for a reason. And it's so you don't fuck it up, literally. The universe is saying that your path right now is unclear, but the universe wants you to focus on how you can find the clarity within that smoke. How can you literally drive in the fog, is what I'm hearing. Like, there's fog. How can you drive through it? How can you actually make it through this fog? And how can you get out on the other side where things make sense? I'm also hearing that there are some things that need to be walked away from, whether this is this relationship I'm talking about, because this relationship could be beating you up. And I'm also hearing to make a slow and steady decision. You're a very fiery person, is what I'm seeing. You want to make decisions now, and the universe is saying you deserve the time that it takes to make the decision. If this is literally to divorce, you deserve the time. You need to take time to yourself. Do you really want that divorce, or are you just thinking about that right now because it would make life easier? Like, would it make life easier to get a divorce? Will you be able to find another person like this? I'm hearing twin flames, and we got that in both readings. And so that's always part of the journey. That's everyone's, like, goal, is to find their twin flame and all that energy. And I'm hearing we found love right where we are, but we're not seeing it. And so the universe is saying, why are you not seeing it? Because you're not looking at it right. It's your fault. You're not seeing it. It's not this person. Even if somebody's calling you names, being immature, you're feeding it. Obviously, it's a two-way street. Love is a two-way street. You see what I'm saying? And so you can choose to give into the universe, give into this hate, give into whatever it is that you feel like is beating you down and breaking I'm hearing your soul. Or you can choose to give unconditionally of yourself to others. And how do you do that? First, you give unconditionally of yourself back to yourself. First, you take care of yourself fully. You take care of yourself in the highest vibration. I'm gonna check my phone real quick. Whew, I thought it wasn't recording. I've done that before, where I've done a whole reading and then I haven't recorded it, and it makes me so mad. So mad, so mad. I just didn't press that button, but I did this time. And so I'm also hearing, don't get mad. Like, if something was lost, even if it was something so beautiful that, like, it was amazing, like, remember the good that it brought into your life. Why do you have such good memories of it? And that's because it was good, you know what I mean? And some things are only meant to last a moment, but the memories can last a lifetime, is what I'm hearing. So let the positive memories last a lifetime. You're stepping into some kind of power right now, and I feel like it's so unknown to you that you're just, like, unsure of what to do. And the universe is saying, just be happy. Be happy because you're blessed. Just look around you and literally, like, smile. And remember that literally everything around you is a blessing. Everything around you is meant to feel like a blessing. And the universe is literally blessing you so much. Because literally all your cards are good. The hardest things about your cards is literally, like, you're at the end of a journey, you're tired, but literally something better is about to happen. Something good's about to happen. Something good is about to come, because change is happening right now. You're at the end of this changing period. You're at the end of this cycle of chaos. You're at the end of this thing, and things are about to become much more clear. Things are about to become just. You're about to receive your justice. Karma is about to be played out, and you're about to receive something, is what I'm hearing. And so the universe is saying, have the confidence to get there, because time is fluid. And so it may not be tomorrow, it may not be in a year from now, but it's coming. The universe is saying that time is fluid. It will happen in divine timing, and it's meant to happen in divine timing. And the universe says right now, part of the reason it hasn't come in is because you're so guarded. You're pushing it away. You're fighting it off because you're in a defensive energy. And the universe is saying that the universe will defend you from everything. Like we said from this card right here. You have to have faith that the universe is protecting you. You have to have faith that the government is doing the best for you it can. And like, this is something else I think about the government too. Like, the government's probably doing their best. All of them. Even the ones fighting and stuff like that. They're probably doing the best they know how. And that's what I get from everyone. Like, everyone is just doing the best they know how. Even if it's evil, even if it's pure evil, you have to love those people. You have to really you have to love them. You have to love what they're doing in the world. And like, you can say it's wrong, but really at the end of the day, love is the only answer that there is for everything. Pure, unconditional love is all you can do and all you can have and all you can change. Is the way you see it, the way you feel about it, and like, love it. That's what I'm hearing. Have the confidence to love something evil is what I'm hearing. Have the confidence to love something despite all odds. I'm gonna get some charms to end your reading. And I really like this reading. This reading was so clear. The first one, I felt like I was really having to dig in and like yank it out of my soul. This one came so easily, so clear. There were signs for me, I feel like, everything. Even though there was distractions like that fan, and now I'm hearing the fridge and how annoying that is. But just, yeah. We have the starfish. We have the Eiffel Tower. We have a pearl. And we have a star. I'm gonna get two more. We have a butterfly and the tree of life. And so right now, what the universe wants you to know is that you are a star, baby girl, literally. I feel like the universe is saying literally to embrace your stardom, to embrace your star power. And I feel like the universe is saying that you have to find your star power on your own. This is a journey of the soul. This is a journey on your own. You can do it, yes, next to somebody, but they're not part of your journey. You are your own journey. Literally, the only thing that connects you to is your roots, is your family, is the interconnectedness of life, yes. But like, literally, it's your own path. You have to be two people working together. You can't be two people you can't be one person, you know what I mean? And so the universe is saying they're not the other half of your soul, but literally, you're both your own people. Yes, you complete each other, but if you're pulling each other down, there's no completion. There's nothing. That's not pushing each other up. The universe is saying to only bring positivity into your love life. To only bring happiness and unconditional love. These are the two cards that separate you two. Only happiness and unconditional love. Everything else is your problem to deal with. It's your stress. It's your issues that you have to deal with on your own. And if you need to talk about it, guess what that's for? Therapist, baby. Literally. It's nobody's job to listen to your thing except for the person that you pay, which would be what? Your therapist. And so that's what the universe is saying. You've already transformed. You've already blossomed. And it wants you to recognize that literally, like, there's no more transformation that needs to happen. The difference is your mindset. You have to change your mind and decide that you are grown up, you are the best you can be, and it's time to start showing the world that. It's time to start being that person for yourself, and not for the world. If you don't want to have public success, that's great. Be your own person, don't be public. Literally, just be the best you can be in your life is what I'm hearing, and enjoy the process, literally. And know that the universe is gonna surprise you, always. With the Eiffel Tower, what I'm seeing is marriage shouldn't be stressed. Literally, you're gonna have the honeymoon of your dreams, is what I'm hearing. And with the pearl, what I'm seeing is the universe wants to bless you with pearls and diamonds and all those things. Just let it. Just literally let it, and be surprised by everything. Let everything be such a happy surprise that it's like, it's just unfathomable how it's even happening, because like, I'm hearing it's unfathomable. You wouldn't have expected this a year ago. You wouldn't expect this 2 years ago. So just let the blessing be the blessing, and remember that it wasn't always there and it could always go away. Just let blessings be blessings. And I feel like you're connected, and the universe is saying like, if you feel like you've lost legs, if you feel like you've fallen apart, you're like the starfish. You're meant to regenerate, and part of your growth is literally what you're meant to be sharing with people. Sharing that literally, like, you can be renewed, you can be reborn, you can do things over again. Even a cracked egg, what does it do? It gets broken back down into even smaller pieces and then put into the soil for nutrients. Things require that calcium to live. And I feel like that's what I'm hearing overall, is the process of recycling, is the process of putting back into the earth and allowing the earth to feed you. And it's like how like people don't farm sustainably. I feel like you've been farming and you've been farming and you've been farming, but it's time to farm sustainably. You can go to the same job every day and do so good at that job, but then come home and be exhausted. And it's like, that's not fair to you. You have to put what you can into your work and make sure you're putting that back into yourself even more, so that way the next day you can do even more at work. And that's just what I'm getting. It's like, right now you're defensive because you're exhausted. The universe is saying to end this cycle of exhaustion. Whatever is taking from you in life is not worth being in your life. whatever it is, no matter how good it is, if it's taking from you, it is not for you. It is not meant to be in your life. And the universe wants you to have the confidence to give that shit up, to choose something else and to be something else, to feed your soul is what I'm hearing, to put back into you, whether that's with guitar, whether that's with art, whatever it is. Because the internet, the things like that, they take from you if you let them. You have to put onto the internet. You have to put out into the internet to make a difference. Receiving and taking from the internet is really dangerous. And even watching like tarot readings and stuff, like, I don't know you, I've never met you, I don't know who you are, I don't know nothing about you. And so be very selective with the content. Be very selective, because our minds are so susceptible to what we hear. We are so susceptible to like what other people tell us. And so like I could tell you right now to kill yourself might happen, you know what I mean? And I shouldn't say that probably because of YouTube. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like people are so susceptible. You can't do that. And I'm thinking about how like literally like people talk about Victoria's Secrets and how they put padding in their underwear to make their butts look better. It's fucking TV. Of course they put padding in their underwear to make themselves look better. That's their jobs, to look the best they can. And that's not a problem. That's TV. TV will always be a facade. It's an illusion. The problem is that people think that they need to look like that. People think that they compare themselves to other people. So don't compare yourself to other people is what I'm hearing. Have the confidence to be different, to be a star, to be yourself, and to be literally guided by the universe. To be, I'm hearing a patriot. Have the confidence to love your country. Have the confidence to do it in a healthy and a sustainable way that makes a difference in the world. Because what is the only thing that can change the world? Love. And that's what I'm getting, is unconditional love overall. You're a pearl. You started out as a grain of sand, and it's time to start seeing yourself as a pearl, literally. Someday somebody's gonna wear you around their neck as a necklace, and so just let somebody do that, literally. But thank you so much for watching this reading, and I'll see you in the next one. So pile 3, I'm hearing amped up, and so you could feel like you're really amped up right now, and if not, the universe is saying you need to be amped up right now. Like, it's time to get serious, get fundamentally different. I don't know why I heard that, but that's what I'm getting. Your card is Alpha of Alkaline. It says a positive twist of fate. Literally. Right now you feel like things are falling apart. The universe is saying just keep pushing, just keep trying, keep going, keep going, keep going. A positive twist of fate and a windfall of good fortune are destined for you. Brightness and hope will all alleviate negativity and give you the strength to find the way through a time of adversity or challenge. Finally, you will experience peace, love, and deeper connection with your true self and the universe. Good things are on the way to you. So literally everything that you're meant to receive is on the way to you right now. It's what the universe wants you to know. And the universe just wants you to have, I feel like, a positive attitude about it. Let me check my phone again, just because I hate when that happens. I don't have to redo this. But if we have to, we have to, you know what I mean? Let everything happen in divine timing. We have Alkaline, and then we have Metatron. Metatron is the angel that holds the key to life. And so I feel like right now I don't know. This is really good energy though. A positive twist of fate. What's that song that's like, it's gonna be a strange twist of fate? I feel like that song is relevant for your reading. We have festivals, so celebrations, and the fruit of life. Wow. Literally, this is the key to, you have so much life. And so pile 1 may be connected. You may feel drawn to pile 1 as well. The universe is saying to just embrace the fact that you can make change in the world. I'm going to read the card for Metatron, which is actually the card that comes before Sandelephon, which is the card that was in pile 1. So Metatron, it's an angel card. It says, Metatron comes through this card embodying the angelic realm and connecting you fully to the cosmic energies now flowing to Earth. And so you are a channel. Metatron's cube is a portal and a key to activating your Merkaba, your light body. You are an integral aspect of the evolving universe, and every conscious and unconscious thought or action you make contributes to the evolution of life throughout the cosmos. And so every single thing you do amounts to something is what I'm hearing. And you could feel like you amount to nothing. The universe is saying, Now is the time to contribute your own unique way, fully aware, fully conscious, with a knowing and an acceptance of your part in the divine process. Metatron harmonizes your masculine aspect, bringing into balance years of misguided masculine-feminine interaction on this planet. And so it's kind of talking about changing the power dynamics, and as a man, like stepping down your power is what I feel like. Offering it up to people who are maybe like condemned by you in the past is what I'm hearing. bringing into balance years of misguided masculine-feminine interaction on this planet. And that's not talking about male and female. Again, masculine-feminine energies are energies. There's lots of men that have feminine energies. I, for instance, dress like a woman a lot of the time, but I really am much more of a masculine person. I have much more masculine energy in my birth chart and astrology, and just in general, I'm a very like, let's get it, let's go, let's next, on to the next, on to the next. I'm not really about receiving personally. And so on the outside, I look very feminine. I choose to look feminine. I like feminine like appearance, but I really am more masculine. And so I have to learn feminine energy a lot of the time. And so that's just, I wanted that to show you that difference. I wanted to explain that difference to you, that male and female are labels. Masculine and feminine energies are also labels for something we can't understand. This is all just a way of explaining it. It says, step into your center point of Metatron Cube through the gateway of his heart and allow your soul's aspect to grow and expand into its limitless form, which radiates out into the cosmos in all dimensions. Acknowledge your place in this space right here and now. Allow your protective force to surround you on your spiritual quest. And so I'm hearing that right now you may think, oh, I'm not on a spiritual path, but everything is a spiritual path. Everything is an opportunity to change the world. And that's what spirituality is about, changing your world. So let's get your cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which looks just like tell me these two cards don't look alike. And for some reason, these two cards, I feel like really vibe together. I don't even know why. It's 14, I don't know. We have 4 steps, lots of 4s. But anyways, then we have the Moon. Perfect card to come out. We have the 3 of Wands, the Lovers, and the Hierophant. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. The 6 of Wands, the Emperor, the Knight of Wisdom, which would be the Knight of Cups, and the Lovers twice. The first thing I'm hearing, and this is what I got when I saw the Lovers card, is you have a choice. And I feel like you have 2 very difficult choices in your world. And right here, I'm seeing, this is Beauty and the Beast. And so I'm seeing 2 people work together, like fall in love. And I'm seeing that kind of energy of like, they're making a heart together. And then I'm seeing 2 people that are almost like, it's like one person facing off of themselves. And so we had the balance of masculine, feminine energy. I feel like there's just an energy here of needing to receive. And the universe is saying that you will have victory. Trust that you will receive. I'm hearing your justice, which we don't have that card here. But that's what I'm getting, is that you will just receive your justice. I feel like the universe is saying that you have been really trying to control things for a long time. And you've been trying to control things so much that it's like you've lost track of what you're even trying to control. And the universe is saying it's time to start receiving. It's time to admit you don't know everything and just receive. It's time to enjoy life too. The Moon can be about addictions. It can be about a lot of fun things too. And so the universe is saying to change your mindset, I feel like, around addiction, to change your mindset around what controls you, and to change it to where it's like you control it. It's like everything in moderation is what I'm hearing. And so I feel like there's a difficult choice in front of you right now, and you could even be making the wrong choice, and the universe is saying to let that wrong choice happen and to write down what happens, to really assess it. Because it's like you can keep making the wrong choices over and over again, but if you never really like sit back and think about it, even if you do sit back and think about it, but you still continue to make it wrong, why do you still do that? What is that? Is it self-sabotage? Is it is it like unintentional? But with the 3 of Wands, what I'm seeing is that you're manifesting change. You're manifesting these choices. You want to make these choices for yourself. You want to be in the driver's seat, is what I'm hearing. And the universe is saying that like, you are in the driver's seat, believe it or not. And that's what I'm hearing. Believe it or not, you're in the driver's seat. With the Hierophant too, you know way more than everybody else what's going on. You are literally the key to life, is what I'm hearing. You have the key to life. You have the key to change your world. And it's like you have the key to ascension. And that's really what I'm getting from this pile, is you can ascend your problems by letting go of the control. You've done your best. You've controlled everything to the best of your ability. It is time to give in and let a positive twist of fate change your outcome. Literally. And that means surrendering to timing. Everybody loves to ask tarot readers when things are going to happen. And that's the dumbest question you can ask, because I don't know. You know what I mean? Why keep asking me? I really don't know. I have no clue when things are going to happen for you. I only know what I'm told to tell you. I only know what I'm offered with the cards, what the universe says to me to give to you. I only know what is literally told to me. I'm literally like a channel. Something tells me and then I tell you. It's that simple. Before this reading, I didn't know what you were going to hear. Still don't really know what the point of this message is. I'm unconsciously allowing myself to speak with the universes and through the universe. You know what I mean? And so I don't really know where this is going. I don't really know what's coming out of this. I just know that you have choices and you need to romanticize those. So you need to take the moment to find the peace, to find the happiness in those choices, and believe that those choices are going to happen for the highest and best good. Things are changing in your world and you don't necessarily know where you're going. And I feel like that stresses you the fuck out because you're the emperor, Aries energy. You want to be the thing that drives forward. But the universe is saying, no matter what, a positive twist of fate will come. And so no matter how dark things get, know that it is getting dark for a reason. You are protected, is what I'm hearing with this circle. Everything will come full circle is also what I'm hearing. You are literally the fruit of life. And so the universe made you to be fruitful. You are a fruit. You yourself are not only like going to be productive, you are a product of the universe that is meant to change the world. I'm hearing light worker. So this is kind of like my light worker piles, I feel like. Just because like that's what I'm getting. With Alpha, what I'm getting to is unconscious, and I'm hearing that in your sleep, in your dreams is when you have the most power. With this Pisces energy too, your dreams are what have the power to change your world for the most, like the most. And you're learning to adapt to that. You're learning to not only not to control it, but to work with it, and how working with it is the control that you can have over it. And so to let go is part of the cycle of control. There's a balance. You can only control so much, and then you have to receive so much. And that's what the universe is saying. You are doing your part. Pick something else, do something else. You know what I mean? Let this thing come in. And so if you're focused on love, if you're focused on this relationship, know that like literally you will get your justice. With the Hierophant, things will make sense is what I'm hearing. You are manifesting this romance, and this romance will come to you in divine timing. And I'm hearing how like in Twin Flame Journeys, it's like there's a runner and a chaser, but really what you're both running because you're running from yourselves. You're trying to run from yourself right now. And the universe is saying to run in a circle. Literally, I'm hearing that you're where you're supposed to be right now, and the universe is saying to find, like, to run in a circle, like track, literally, to continue growing, to continue strengthening yourself, and find joy in the process. Literally, I'm hearing build a safe space where you can really put your power into manifestation, where you can focus your energy is what I'm seeing with this flame, where you can, like, literally, like, sit down and, like, make things happen is what I'm hearing. And so, like, having a workstation, having a plan, I'm hearing to simplify your mind and make your mind the workstation you need. Right now, I feel like you're struggling to find the peace. You're struggling to find the balance. And it's because there's so much going on. There's so much happening. It's just like, you're struggling just a little bit. But the universe is saying no matter what, victory is your next step. Victory is what's on the way. So approach life with a victorious standpoint. Know that you are literally changing your future. Your choices make a difference is what I'm hearing. And so you could feel powerless in your choices, but the universe is saying that they gave you the choice for a reason. And it's because you can pick either option, I feel like. With the Lovers here twice, you have both options. You could have two romantic options. The universe is saying they're both the right choice, but knowing the difference for you is the key. The universe wants you to make this choice. The universe wants you to make choices right now. The universe wants you to use your discernment right now and to learn to receive through your discernment, to learn to receive like what the universe wants you to discern. And so what does the universe want you to decide between, and learning to receive literally that? Picking, choosing, and I'm hearing making a solid choice, because I feel like right now you could be very like, you could be throwing it in the air and saying, I'm just gonna let the universe pick for me. And the universe is saying, that's not what we agreed on. It's that kind of energy where the universe wants you to make the choice and then have faith that it will come to you. And so it's like, you feel like, oh, I made my choice and I'm trying to get it, but I can't get it, so I have to give up. And the universe is saying, make your choice, keep the faith, and believe that a positive twist of fate, despite all odds, will happen for you. And I need to go to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right. So back where I was, I feel like you're ascending right now. You're rising above. And the universe wants you to know that, like, if you're addicted to something, there's a reason for it. If something's a difficult choice, there's a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Especially in love, just everywhere. Everything happens for a reason. And that's what the universe wants you to know, that like you will be victorious. And I'm hearing time. So time and time and time and time and time. I feel like you're constantly focused on like, how can I get there quicker? How can this happen quicker? I need this to happen quicker. And the universe is saying like, no, it's going to happen exactly when it's meant to. And it's also going to happen exactly when you let yourself let it happen. So just be peaceful, be at peace, be content with where you are and where you're going and everything. Find contentment. And know that you're already a winner. For this pile, I'm really feeling pulled in two different directions. And so the universe is wanting you to make a decision. Yes, I feel like you're meant to make a decision between these two options, whether this is in love and something. And so this could even be like yourself and something else. And so what I'm getting is to choose yourself to the fullest. And so always and always choose yourself is what I'm hearing. Victory will come when you start to only choose yourself, when you start to only put yourself forward. And that's how you'll start creating the fruit of life that you already are. You are this fruit of life. And by choosing yourself, you'll get to share it with the world, is what I'm hearing. It's like how like Jesus did the fish and like the fish like multiplied and stuff. You are that fish. You will multiply because Jesus made you multiply. And so you have to, but you have to choose. You're not a fish. You're not dead. You have to choose to actively let Jesus make you multiply. What I'm also hearing too is like the universe and like God, all those things are something we can never understand. There's something that is not going to be understandable. There's something that literally, like, we can describe it all we want, but we will never understand what it truly is until we're dead, because that's how the universe made it. The universe made the simulation, this life, this whatever we're living in, whatever reality we're in, that makes so much sense and so little sense at the same time for a reason. And finding that reason is about the day-to-day tasks. It's what we do in our lives. It's not about what's written in a book. It's not about anything. It's about your personal relationship with yourself. It's about the relationship you have with your soul on the inside. It's literally about your relationship with yourself. And so by choosing yourself, you're making the best choice for everything around you and for everyone. And I'm kind of hearing to end this reading early. And I'm just getting that vibe, like, choose yourself no matter what. Choose yourself. You are the best option. You are the best choice. And you're not an option. You're the universe's option, literally. The Knight of Cups, too, is all about, like, romance. And so romance might be surrounding you. The universe is saying to have fun with it. Get lost in it just a little bit. If it's a distraction, let it be a distraction just a little bit. But everything in moderation. We have just a couple. Ooh, we have really good vibes. I'm going to get, like, 2 more. 3 more. Really, really, really good vibes. The universe wants you to remember that right now you are way more protected than you're getting yourself credit for. So you could feel like things are falling apart, things are gonna break, things are just, it's not possible. Like, you can't get past this, you can't beat this thing, you can't do whatever. But the universe is saying that they're giving you the power to change your life. They are literally behind you, clearing pathways for you so that way you can be your best self. The elephant ganache represents the God Almighty. It represents the one thing that created everything. It's the one thing that nothingness came out of. And so that's what I'm getting. It's like the uncontrolled, the unforeseen, the unknown. Your ancestors, your spiritual guides are all around you. The universe wants you to sit pretty knowing you're protected and to be in your best energy. With this festival energy, be your own sanctuary is what I'm hearing. Be your own like place of solitude, place of rest, place of contentment, and connect to the Akashic records. Connect to the Akashic records. I'm hearing how a tree has the roots which represent the past, the trunk that represents the present, and the branches that represent the future. And how the trunk connects to the underworld, which is where the past comes from. It's your ancestors, your lineage. And then the branches reach the heavens, where it's like we get to make change in our life. And that's just what I'm getting, is that you are going to reach the heavens and make change. You are going to be the positive twist of fate this world needs. But you have to get ready. You have to prepare yourself, and you have to work hard to get there. You have to learn the knowledge that you seek. Because in this hand, I literally see like, it's the, I'm pretty sure there is one. I might just be thinking so, but there's an owl in it. And so I'm getting the vibe like you hold the wisdom that the universe needs. And it's like, it's about learning to receive it and learning to give it to the universe. Learning to channel. And with this card, this thing right here, what I'm seeing is you're a star. And sometimes you may have like cancerous things. Sometimes you may have things that are about you that are just negative. Things that are just weighing on you. And it's like you can detach from that. You can leave it alone, grow back and heal and literally be stronger. With the cat energy too, you sit pretty where you are and like you don't need to like move around. Literally like the best choice that you can make is like a cat. It's itself. You are protected. And it says, angels, wellness, over, I don't know what it says. It says, angels watching over me. And so the universe wants you to know that you're being watched right now by the universe, that you're being protected, you're being guided, and to trust that guidance, to trust the protection, and to believe in yourself no matter what, and to believe in yourself over everything, to love yourself and have the confidence to be yourself. That's your message from the universe for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.